Hi guys, welcome to Tutorials Point. In this video, I will be taking you through the introduction of IELTS exam. IELTS, which is IELTS, is the International English Language Testing System. It is a globally recognized test which judges your proficiency level in the English language. The IELTS scores are accepted in over 140 countries across the globe. Let's have a look why a person needs to take up the IELTS exam. There are three main reasons to take up the IELTS exam. One and the most common reason is by students who are traveling to a university or a college in an English-speaking country for higher education. Second is for people who are going to work in an English-speaking country. Third but not the least is for people immigrating to an English-speaking country like the US, UK, Canada or Australia. Let's have a look at who manages the IELTS. Well, the IELTS was established in the year 1989 and it is managed by three main partners, that is the British Council UK, the University of Cambridge ESOLS exams, IDP IELTS Australia. These are the three main governing bodies of the IELTS who manage the end-to-end process of your IELTS exam. Now, before we go on to the different sections in the IELTS exam, let's have a look at the different formats of the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam has two formats, the academic and the general test. The academic, as the name suggests, is for academic purposes and for people who are going to study in a university or college in an English-speaking country. Whereas the general test is for people who are immigrating or going to work in an English-speaking country. The academic exam is slightly more difficult as compared to the general test. The two major differences of the general and the academic tests are the reading and the writing sections of these exams. I will be touching upon this topic in my upcoming videos in detail. Now, let's have a look at the sections of the IELTS exam. The IELTS basically has four main sections which test two skills of yours, the receptive skills and the productive skills. Under your receptive skills, you have the listening and the reading section, whereas under the productive skills, you have the writing and the speaking section. Now, I am sure you must be wondering what is the time duration for each of these sections. Let's have a look at the time duration. You have 40 minutes for listening, 60 minutes for reading, 60 minutes for writing again. A total duration of 2 hours and 40 minutes. Do remember, these three sections will happen on the same day at a duration of 2 hours and 40 minutes with no breaks in between. And the fourth being the speaking section, which will be between 11 to 14 minutes. This section will happen on the same day as the remaining sections or could happen 7 days before or 7 days after the other sections. This totally depends on the schedule you have received at the time of registration. Now, let's have a look at the scores and validity of the IELTS. I'm sure you all know the most important part of any exam is the scores. Let's have a look how the IELTS scoring pattern is. The IELTS results are based on bands ranging from 1 to 9. 9 being the highest or the expert level, whereas 1 being the lowest or the non-user level. The IELTS scores are valid for a duration of 2 years. You can use these scores until 2 years to apply to any university of your choice. Post that, you will have to re-register for the exam and get fresh set of scores to apply to any university. Now, let's have a look at one of the most commonly asked FAQ about IELTS exam. That is, how many times can a person retake the IELTS exam? You can retake the exam as many times as you like to. Yes, there is no restriction on the number of times a person can apply and retake the IELTS exam. You will have to register each time you want to take up the exam until you get the desired score you're looking for. Summary. Let's have a look at what we've gone through in this video. We've seen the overview of IELTS and why we need to take it, different formats and sections of the IELTS, time duration for each of the sections, test scores and validity of the IELTS course. I hope you found this video useful. In my upcoming video, I will be taking you through the detailed process of registration and how to book a slot. Do stay tuned. Thank you.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.